Hello fam, welcome back to our channel. Want to say a big thank you for liking, sharing, commenting and subscribing to our video. Okay, but we want to go straight down to the business of the day. A few hours ago we shared a video of what happened or transpired in Imo State, where Governor Hope Uzodinma had earlierly warned before that time that everyone should desist from calling him and the Supreme Court governor, and that is an insult on the mandate of the Imolites to call him Supreme Court governor. Well, a young man, probably by default, called him a Supreme Court governor, and he did what he felt was the right thing to do according to him. Well, we're going to give you an update on it right now very quickly. And also PDP has also reacted, because to them this is uncalled for. It is unbecoming now. It is now making, according to PDP, is making the whole Imo State ungovernable, as if it's a party to party thing. Anyone who opposes Hope Uzodinma, Governor Hope Uzodinma, seem to see the other side of the law. While the campaign against the unlawful incarceration of the DG New Media, that's PDP Imo State, Ambrose Nwagogo, by the governor of Imo State, is now of national importance. The national body of the People's Democratic Party has issued a press release to that effect. On May 30th, 2020, the press release states, it said, Imo, PDP demands release of the new media director and others. It actually says that Governor Hope Uzodinma, burdened with guilt and desperate for acceptance, according to the press release. The national leadership of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has demanded for the immediate and unconditional release of the party's new media director in Imo State, that's Mr. Ambrose Nwagogo, who was reportedly arrested by the Department of State Services, DSS, allegedly on the orders of Governor Hope Uzodinma for no just cause. The party also condemned the current clampdown and brutalization of opposition members in Imo State by the Uzodinma-led All Progressive Congress, that's APC administration, which is now seeking to degrade democratic tenets, crush opposition, stifle all dissenting voices in the state. The PDP vehemently rejects the holding of PDP members with state apparatus of power for expressing their constitutionally guaranteed liberty to hold opinion and convene legitimate meetings of their party, that's PDP now. Since Governor Hope Uzodinma emerged through Supreme Court as a governor, his government has been employing every method, including intimidation, in the bid to silence dissenting voices, a situation that betrays an administration overburdened by guilt and desperation for acceptance. The PDP condemns the brutality of one of our leaders in Ngokbala, Mr. Obinna Eke, who is now in the hospital following an alleged attack by APC interim management chairman in Ngokbala for convening a legitimate meeting of our party. This is in addition to a similar brutalization of our coordinator in Ngurunweke, Abombese, Mr. Chidi Ihedioha, who was reportedly locked up by the police, allegedly on the orders on an APC House of Assembly member, also for convening a legitimate meeting of our party. Nigerians are currently in shock over the level of political intolerance being instituted by the Uzodinma administration, for which the once productive and peaceful state is now being turned into a theater of terror. The PDP urges Governor Hope Uzodinma to pause and ponder on the collective voices, disposition, and mode of the people of Imo State as embodied in persons like Ambrose Nwagogo, and accept the bitter truth. Governor Uzodinma should ask himself if he indeed became the governor through the ballot or through a flawed verdict of the Supreme Court as firmly established by Justice Secondus, who also cautioned that the decision of the Supreme Court will continue to haunt our electoral jurisprudence for a very long time to come. Though the PDP abides by the decision of the Supreme Court, it rejects this attempt by the APC administration in the state to shuffle on opposition in Imo State. Nigerians now know who to hold responsible should any of our members become a victim of sudden disappearance, trumped up criminal charges, unexplained motor accident, assassination, or attack by supposed armed robbers. Our party believes that those burdened with guilt should rather offer restitution instead of resorting to intimidation of innocent people. It was actually signed by Kola Olugbundiyan, National Publicity Secretary for PDP. Now you're hearing what is happening already in Imo State. Barely 1 year as the governor. A lot of things are happening. We should be thinking of, just barely 48 hours ago, we carried a video of Uche is working. While there's pandemic going on, Uche is putting things in order, putting economic empowerment for his people. Imo State is busy fighting and tossing for power. Whether Supreme Court imposed, Supreme Court governor, no Supreme Court, how does that affect the economic value of the Imolites? But let's feel the pulse of Nigerians across board over what is currently happening in Imo State, as I feel this is a sure distraction for anything that would have given economic value to Imo State. Right now, I just hope that doesn't degenerate to a level of a kidnap and assassination, as the case may be. Let's take this view. This one here is saying Hope Uzodinma is a Supreme Court governor, nothing less. He should hide his face for shame, just ordinary Supreme Court governor. He started showing that he is not matured for governance. He should wait, because more criticism and insult from public and opposition are coming unless he doesn't want to remain the governor of Imo State. The truth of the matter is, as a public figure, insult will come, criticism will come. You need to be able to, be among the nonsense, pick the sense and move on. It's not, you can't carry everybody along, unfortunately. Just carry as much as you can, in as much as you are doing the good of all. Somehow other people will, join you in your moving train. But to say that you have a smooth ride without opposition or without criticism, whether constructive or destructive, then you tell a lie. No matter how sane the environment, in fact, the more liberal the environment, the more you're likely to get criticism, whether positive or negative. But let's continue. Constructive, rather, whether constructive criticism or destructive. But let's continue. And the way this thing is going, if it continues like this, more persons will still remember very quickly that he was actually moved. He got into the governorship via Supreme Court verdict. It would have been better he just allowed it to lie low. I don't know why he's still, making a fuss over a name just like, it's just a name, Supreme Court governor. It's a name, it will pass. But if you keep making fuss over it, it will remain. Such that by the time you Google Supreme Court governor, his name may just appear on Google. If he continues like this, because by the time people keep tweeting that name, keep tweeting his name with Supreme Court, it becomes a name synonymous to his. Okay, but let's continue. Let's see what Nigerians are saying. So say Hope Uzodinma is Supreme Court governor and Abuja made governor. Oh my God. He is not the people's choice governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma. It is well. So now say he's not a celebrity. Shame on the current government. Can you imagine? This is not supposed. It's not worth celebrating. That rather than thinking of empowering the people of Imo, we are busy fighting over political tussle, political power, name calling. Why should you come in a Supreme Court governor? Why should you? Those are frivolities. There are heavy distractions for Imo State, who have suffered, little or no economic growth for almost 8 to 10 years now. And now this is the time for recovery. We are still busy as a nation, as a country now, as a state. Still busy dragging for who is the governor, who's not the governor. It's not worth it. But this one here said, please, the government should release him. Honestly, Honestly, I feel they should just release him. We are not in military rule. We are still in democracy. We still have freedom of choice. In as much, you should please release him. Okay, we have opinion. Everyone in democratic setting, we still have opinion. My opinion remains my opinion. Yours remain yours. I cannot. If I force my opinion on you, that means I am actually infringing on your right. I can only air it. It's up to you to either accept or reject. Then I would also love to know your opinion. That's why we can live tolerably with one another. But in a situation where my opinion must count always, then I am actually imposing myself on you. And that's the same thing that is happening here. Governor Uzodinma, please, just let it go. Okay? It doesn't take anything from your governance. Concentrate on the people of Imo and the economic impact you want to make in Imo State and move on. Forget the name calling. Forget the fact that they called you or they are still calling you Supreme Court Governor. That name will not live in a long time because of the force you're making out of this. If you just let it go, it will pass. But rather, I guess it's rather too late for that now. But just move on. Do what you need to do so that you don't make, a big thing out of nothing. But that's where we're going to wrap it up. What do you think about this new update as PDP have taken it a step further to make it a national issue? Let's interact in our comment section. Don't also forget to like, share, subscribe if you have not already done so by clicking on the red subscribe button below. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please click on it to get notified. Have a nice